Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Minutes of Audio. Today we're going to be talking about the horniest album of 2022, or EP I should say. It is called Slut Pop, and it is by Kim Petras. If you like what we have to say about this EP, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So, Carl, what were your initial thoughts about Slut Pop?
It was an experience. To be honest, the thing that caught my attention first was just how horrible the production was. On the intro track, it really seemed amateurish and mediocre. And I kind of just almost like a demo. I kind of just assumed it would stop there, and other songs would kind of pick up, but it was a trend throughout the entire record. The production on this thing just sounds, again, like someone who just started making music produced it. I don't know.
And it does sound like that, but it's not the case. The guy who produced this is named Dr. Luke, who is famous because he used to produce Kesha's work, but he stopped producing Kesha's work because he constantly sexually assaulted her. And I guess he thought it would be a good idea to make this album Slut Pop after doing sexual assaults on Kesha.
So it's a mess basically. The whole situation's a mess.
The people behind the album are a mess, and the EP is a mess.
Yeah, it comes through in the EP. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that this EP is pretty consistent in the fact of how all the songs are pretty one-dimensional.
Yeah.
All of the songs start the same and end the same. I'm pretty sure they almost all use the same exact sounds too.
That's what I noticed a lot.
These drums.
And it's weird because despite them being so short, I mean it's a 15-minute EP with 7 songs, but despite them being so short, they felt draining. Like you didn't feel like you were listening to a 2-minute song. They felt way longer. I think there's probably a lot of reasons for that, but yeah, it was just a draining record to get through.
I'm not even gonna lie, it felt longer than it did when I was listening to the new Death Crash album. That album is 1 hour and 5 minutes, and this is 15 minutes.
I mean, I honestly can't disagree. Like, it's just, yeah, it's straining. It's straining, and it sucks. It sucks all the enjoyment out of your soul.
She starts off the album with a song called Slut Pop, with the philosophical and wise words of "This is Slut Pop, whip your dick out, turn your bitch out, 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 out."
And, I think I don't know. I think all of like the very, and I mean I don't have any problem with the vulgarity in music. I think like it's fine, and that really wasn't. It wasn't a problem I had with this record per se. But what it felt like on this album, it felt more so a cover or sort of a gimmick employed to mask the fact that there wasn't any substance to the actual record. So they're like, I'm just going to like throw in a bunch of sex references and yeah, that'll be the thing for the album instead of actually making good music. And it felt forced almost. I don't know if you got that feeling too.
And it did feel forced. And it just felt lazy.
Yeah.
Like they could have had an entire concept of some conservative girl who decides they want to become a slut or some shit. I don't know, anything.
Just something.
It didn't all have to be just straight, haha, sex. Like, it.
Yeah, like.
It stopped being a shock, if that's what they're going for, after the first song, because they say pretty much all they can say in that song.
Also, I don't know how much of a shock you can have with like sex songs nowadays, because I mean almost every single not every single, that's a bit disingenuous, but like a lot of the popular sort of female rappers, for instance, and pop singers sing about sex pretty openly. Like it's not a taboo thing to do anymore, if you throw on a Cardi B song, you're gonna listen to sex,
Yeah,
especially like Megan Thee Stallion and like a Cupcake, especially, even though she isn't as popular.
I don't listen to those people much, but from what I have listened to, it doesn't seem like their song is always as blatant as these ones. Well, they're not just straight up saying, I must take your dick out.
Well, that's, like, they find, like, creative ways to do it. At least the good ones do. And yeah, she just kind of sounds like, wordplay or just, creative braggadocio. With this, it really does feel like she just doesn't know what to write. So she's like, yeah, I'll throw in sex references. It feels lazy, I guess is what I'm saying. It's not done in any interesting or compelling way.
Yeah, and while listening to it, I was trying to figure out what this was made for, or who it was made for.
Yeah. And
I'm pretty sure that it is only made to be club music. That's the only scenario I could see. I can't see a single human being, even the sluttiest slut, listening to this on their way home from work.
Because it's not hype either. It's not hype.
Yeah, it's just kind of just... Yeah, it's not hype at all. It's just there.
I was about to say, it's just there.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, that's music, and nothing really more to it.
There really isn't. It's not hype. It's not even catchy. It's pop music, and it's not even catchy. Was there a single hook on this thing where you kind of, even though, it wasn't great, you were still repeating in your head?
No, but I have had a hook on this album that I thought might have been the worst hook I've ever heard in my life.
What was it?
That was on the song XXX.
I thought that too, yeah.
That one, like, I thought, like, it might fucking somehow my Spotify started, like, skipping, like a record does.
It repeated too much. Like, it went on for, I think it went on for 2 bars instead of 1. If she just said, like, XXXX and then went on to, whatever, it would have made more sense. But it just felt like, when she kept saying X, like, it just didn't vibe well at all. And it sounded, like you said, like it was skipping. I thought that too. I'm glad you said it.
It's almost like she just didn't know what to say. Which is almost certainly the case.
Exactly, dude. Like, she couldn't fill in that one line that she needed to. So he's like, yeah, I'll throw in another X. I'll throw in another line of X's. Sure. Okay, I think the last thing that we're going to mention here, because, again, we're keeping the review a little short just because it's 15 minutes and it's not really much to say about this album. But one last thing I thought was funny, or EP, whatever. Piece of trash. One thing that I thought was funny from it was from the song Throat Goat, where she just, in a dead serious tone, I don't know if she was joking, I'm hoping she was, but at least in the song it sounded serious. In a dead serious tone she says, I'm the throat goat. I don't know, I just thought that was, I thought that was hilarious.
In the same exact, almost monotone voice, she follows it up with saying, I just sucked my ex, no gag reflex, just had to flex.
It's so absurd.
Come on.
It
sounds good, like, the flow, I guess, kind of sounds good, but that's because she's rhyming X with X with X.
That is true.
Which isn't nearly as impressive as it could have been.
It was, well, it was just another disaster of a song and a disaster of an EP. But.
And she does talk a lot about fucking the person's father, which I find kind of unsettling.
Yeah. But besides that, is there anything, I think we're good on talking about it. What was your 3, well, I don't think any of us have favorite tracks, but least favorite, I guess, we'll do.
My least favorite tracks include Slut Pop, Treat Me Like a Slut, XXX, Superpowers, Go, They Wanna Fuck, and Your Wish Is My Command.
I can't say I disagree. I think we agree on this one. I
do want to say one more thing about it, though. The album really did truly shine when it ended.
Yeah.
I didn't have to listen to it anymore.
Before we knew what it sounded like and after it ended, those were truly the best points of the album.
it's a shame too, because I went into this album hyped. I wanted this to be a good album. AP. I really was expecting something good. I thought, if you're gonna be that straightforward with the album and the cover art, it has to be good. But no.
No, sex sells, and that's it with this album. That's all it was trying to do.
What would you give it out of 10?
A solid 1.5.
I give it a solid 0.5.
Well, that's a combined score of 1. So that's currently our worst EP. Our album.
And highest rated EP.
That is true. It's our highest and lowest, but at least with all of our reviews, it is the lowest in history. And will probably stay like that for a while, because I don't know, man. It'd be hard to top this record.
Because of how good it is.
But I think that's it. Remember, if you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. And our next video should just be a news video. We're probably going to cover some of the Kanye stuff, because that's been the most notable thing that's been happening these past, while recording this. He's kind of been wilding out on Instagram, so it's going to include that. It's going to include other stories as well, so stay tuned for that, and see ya.